coming off arguably one of the best wins of the season just the other night in that overtime win against the Houston Rockets. Tonight, the Sacramento Kings laid an egg against the Eastern Conference leading Detroit Pistons, suffering a 136-137 loss in just the ninth occasion where Sacramento has allowed 130 or more points to their opponents. But it simply, Pistons proved why they are the best team in the East right now, and they hammered the Kings in the paint all night long. Let's talk about this game right now on our Kings-related post-game recap. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of our Kings-related podcast, wherever you may be, in this post-game recap of the Pistons and the Sacramento Kings on this Tuesday evening. But first, before we get into tonight's recap, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're watching on Spotify or any podcast platform, please follow, rate, and review. That will be much appreciated. The Sacramento Kings, they coming off the best win of the season just the other night against Houston, and tonight against a really good Detroit Pistons team. They were first in the Eastern Conference. Tonight, Sacramento laid an egg against the Pistons, 136-127. You got to give some credit in this game, especially they put up a nice fight together in that second half, particularly on the defensively in that fourth quarter. But the Pistons, they do walk away with the victory in this game. The Kings are now 7-23 season, and this is ninth occasion the Kings have allowed 130 more points. This simply, and to put it point blank, the Pistons proved tonight why they're first in the Eastern Conference, and the Kings are where they are at the bottom of the Western Conference, trailing by 13 points after the first quarter, and the Kings could not recover in this game. They trailed the first 37-24 after that first quarter. DeRozan led the way with 11 points, had 5 points for Precious, and the defense was not good at all in that first quarter. DeRozan was the one guy on this team who really had a stellar offensive showing in this, recording 23 of his 37 points tonight in the first half alone. But it was the Kings' defense that was really disappointed in this game. Cunningham for the Pistons, 23. Jalen Duren, also 23. Speaking of Cunningham, he may have had 23 points tonight. He also had 9 turnovers. I thought the Kings did a somewhat decent job on him. That pick and roll by Cunningham and Duren is the second most common play in the association absolutely pulled them apart, or pulled the Kings apart, as the Pistons shot 53% tonight from the field and 43% from long range in this game. Also, Tobias Harris, veteran, the one veteran on that team, 24 points in this game. Now the Sacramento Kings, they go into Christmas at 7-23 on the season. They don't play again until Saturday. They'll have 3 days off. The Kings, who are already without Sabonis with the partially torn left meniscus, Zach LaVine, who's down with that ankle sprain. Keegan Murray did not play in the second half. Calf injury. It'll be interesting to see the latest on Keegan with these 3 days off. So not great because you can't afford to lose Keegan Murray. So, and the Pistons haven't played Portland just last night, and Detroit entered this game with the rest disadvantage, and a few of Sacramento's 7 victories this season alone have come playing against teams who are on the second night of a back-to-back this season, and sometimes that comes to fruition in the opening minutes of these games, and other times later in the action. But on Monday night, Detroit didn't sputter in the start in Portland, so just not a great night for the Sacramento Kings. They were out of control, and both the Kings and the Pistons tonight, they played physical, and at times it was somewhat an ugly basketball game tonight at the Golden One Center. Sacramento, they trailed for majority of this basketball game. They fell, as you tell, 136 to 127. DeMar DeRozan was the one guy on this entire team that really had anything going offensively, as I mentioned. 23, again, as I mentioned, of his 37 points came in that first half before halftime. 12 of 18 from the field, also added 13 points at the free throw line in this loss. Keegan Murray was absent coming out of the halftime, calf injury. Clifford got the start in that second half, so we'll see. Just brutal injury continues for the Kings and Keegan Murray. So with 3 days off, we'll see where Keegan is at with this calf injury. And that's kind of been an epidemic around the NBA this season, those calf injuries. So, and with Keegan missing, it's an opportunity on this team. And Doug Christie turned to Nick Clifford in that second half to fill the void at the small forward position. And Clifford, he responded 7 points in that third quarter. And he finished the night 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals on the night. And a Pistons type of player, Precious Achiuwa, who plays with an edge that could fit on that, that could actually fit on that Pistons team. Precious tonight, 15 points, 11 rebounds in this game tonight, who was really battling those bigs on the Detroit team, and not a lot has gone right this season for this Kings team, but Precious is one of the bright spots on this team to go along with the development of max. So Dylan Cardwell, two-way guy, becoming a enforcer or a top-notch instigator, and Isaiah Stewart, who has his own mean streak for the Detroit Pistons, didn't like it, and those two kind of mixed it up in the third quarter, and Cardwell and it back down, and I loved it. And the rookie posted 5 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and 2 steals. Cardwell's been playing some good basketball here since he's been getting those extended minutes with the injury to Domas. Now to the entertainment factor, Russell Westbrook, just fun, and his 3-point celebration involves him slapping his own forehead like that. If you're watching the video on YouTube or on Spotify, but when Westbrook is hitting, it's a lot of fun to watch. And tonight, Russ finished 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals in this game. But it wasn't enough for the Sacramento Kings. They're now 7-23 as they head into Christmas, 3 days off, and they welcome in Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks for a Saturday afternoon showdown to wrap up this quick 4-game homestand here in Sacramento, where the Kings hit the road again in 2025, and as we head to 2026. So I will do it for this post-game recap of the Kings' loss to the Pistons on this Tuesday evening. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you're watching on Spotify, please, or on any podcast platform, please follow, rate, and review. That will be much appreciated. We'll catch you again Saturday following the Kings and the Mavericks. That post-game recap will come a little bit later in the day, so that won't be immediately following the game. I will put out a post-game recap following that game, just be a little bit later. And as always, take care and go Kings.